Hello everyone! Today we have Pro Revenge again because I cannot get enough. You can like the video and subscribe to the channel because I really want to get to 90 subscribers. I know it sounds minor, but for me it's a huge deal. The first story is by Quiet Borderline. Operation Let It Go. My dad has shared a story about my late Uncle Dale, his lifelong friend and fellow engineer. So in his memory, I present for you the tale of nepotism, engineering students, and Idonna Menzel. I really do hope I pronounce her name right, because I know the song, but I don't know the singer. Uncle Dale was a senior engineer at a small firm in the Midwestern USA and engineering instructor at the local community college. He was also unofficially in charge of the office parties. To help offset the costs, he had a small tin box on a table outside of his office with a slot in it so anyone could donate money to the party fund. Everyone knew about it and were happy to donate. A month or so before the company's big Christmas party, Uncle Dale decided to check the box. Lo and behold, it was empty. Uncle Dale knew something was wrong because he had seen several colleagues putting money in the box. This could only mean one thing: someone was stealing from the party fund. At this moment, Brad, the owner's nephew and a fellow engineer, came around the corner, and something about the way Brad was looking at him made Uncle Dale suspicious. Brad didn't have a good reputation around the office, to say the least. He had a reputation of being pushy, obnoxious, rude, and just plain entitled. Unfortunately, he was not the owner's beloved nephew, but he knew how to skirt the rules so he wouldn't get fired. Uncle Dale decided to set a trap to catch the thief. Using his engineering skills, he set up a hidden rig using a hidden doorbell camera right by the box. He then had a colleague loudly brag about how he contributed $100 to the party fund. Then he waited. He got a notification that the camera was recording and watched. Brad opened the empty box, scowl in disgust, and throw the box against the wall. Now you'd think this would end with Uncle Dale presenting the video evidence to his boss to get Brad fired, but oh no. As I mentioned before, if there is one thing engineers love, it's solving problems. And if it's engineering students, they'll make it an experience to remember. Uncle Dale then went to his engineering students. He offered them extra credit to come up with a rigged box that would make noise when opened. The more obnoxious the sound, the higher the bonus. 1 week later, they delivered their project and demonstrated how it worked. Pleased with the results, Uncle Dale awarded them with extra credit as promised. The next day, he set up the rigged box and proclaimed, "Well, isn't this nice? Someone donated $50 to the party fund." Then he went to his office and waited. The engineering students had rigged the box with one of those inserts from cars that play music when you open them. By popular vote, they had picked Let It Go from the Disney movie Frozen, right around the time the song was beginning to become unpopular. They also managed to ensure that once opened, the box couldn't close unless you pressed a hidden side button, releasing the hinge, so the song would continue to play. For extra funsies, they made sure to angle the insert for maximum volume and secure it down with industrial strength glue. Sure enough, everyone in the office heard Idina Mendes belting the hated song and Brad's frustrated grunts while trying to close the box. One of those attracted by the sound was Brad's uncle. Finally, Brad chucked the box at the wall, managing to put a good-sized dent in it. The uncle then summoned Brad to his office. 15 minutes later, Brad left with a cardboard box and cleaned out his desk, along with a note in his file: "Do not rehire. Do not recommend." So his engineering career was over. That Christmas, Uncle Dale had a little video prepared to show at the party. The doorbell camera had caught Brett's attempt to steal from the box, all to the tune of Let It Go. Oh my god, I love this story so much. I mean, I would pay good money to just watch this video, just to be there. It's such a good revenge. I love it. Stigma with hidden charges, I'll show you. So, this past Christmas, my missus and I purchased one of our 9-year-old son's Santa gifts from a certain UK sports retail company that also have many stores here in Ireland as well. It was a football rebounder. It's kind of like a trampoline that you kick the ball at and it bounces back to you. Anyway, we purchased it from their Irish website and thought nothing more of it. A few days go by and we get a notification from a certain brown uniformed courier company that there are customs charges due on something, and as you can imagine, we bought many things for the kids, so we had to double check what we've ordered, and we didn't have anything left that was being imported, so we naturally assumed it was a scam. So I told the wife to call the company and find out who shipped it, and it was a different courier company based in the UK. After a bit of digging and investigating, it turns out that it's our rebounder. They had shipped it from the UK via a local carrier, so the brown uniformed guys to deliver to us. Now, my wife and I are both on disability, so an additional charge of almost 50 euros when you're both already on a fixed income is harsh, especially at Christmas. So I told her to pay it and I deal with the retailer. The first day I called, I had to call 3 times, being stuck on hold for at least 20 minutes each time, but I was patient and polite because I worked in a call center before, so I knew those people are only doing their job. But I asked to speak to a manager and was promised a call back each time, but that never happened. The second day was quite similar. The third day I was started to get annoyed, so called back, waiting even longer on hold, and finally wasn't taking any of this crap any longer. I told the rep that all I wanted was the 50 euros back because our consumer rights in Ireland dictate that a person must be informed of any additional charges on a purchase at the very latest by the final checkout screen, and in this case there was nothing to show that, and I could easily replicate that issue by putting the same item in my basket and going all the way to checkout screen again, and there was nothing saying we'd have to pay import charges. The rep was indifferent to the situation but tried to help, and what he said sent me over the edge. He offered me a measly 20 euros gift voucher to use on their website, but more importantly, he read a statement to me. He said, "We advise our customers that there may be DDU charges, means delivery duty unpaid, for example, customs charges, on any item that gets shipped outside from the UK." Then I asked him where it states this information, and he paused, then said that he didn't actually know. I said, "Well, I know one thing. It doesn't say it anywhere on this transaction because I've checked it. And because this is a violation of my consumer rights, I'm going to give your company one last chance to make it right. Have your manager call me within the next 60 minutes, or I'm going to post this entire debacle on LinkedIn and link every senior officer in your company." Then I hung up the phone and waited. Yet again, no call. The next day, I went on LinkedIn and followed through on my promise. I created a post detailing what they had done by stinging us with hidden charges and that they were ignoring our requests for a manager and everything they said and did. Then I tagged every senior officer at that company, from the regional managers through the European directors all the way up to the CEO, and I shamed them to how they operate their company. This, ladies and gentlemen, was now an act of war. Shortly after I posted that, I noticed that they took down the item from their website in an attempt to hide this, but they must have thought that I'm a simpleton that doesn't understand how the internet works. They did not realize that when you search for rebounder on their website, that it shows the item in question, so I took a screenshot of that, then another of the item page that was now missing. But then I did a Google cached search for the same page and found a version from 2 days prior, happily showing the item. Then I added a comment to my original post highlighting how they were trying to hide it with the evidence and trolling them for their heinous behavior, especially at Christmas. Then I tagged and shamed all the senior officers again. And at this point, it was really starting to get some attention. Not only publicly, but 3 people in incognito mode viewed my profile. I wonder who they could have been. So naturally, I took a screenshot of the 3 mysterious visitors listed on my profile and did the same thing. Commented on my post highlighting it and trolling them for their incompetence. The next morning, I got a call from a senior executive at their head office in the UK, practically licking my boots with apologies, asking that she can do to make this right. I told her that originally I only wanted my 50 euros back as it wasn't fair, not even legal, that I had to pay it, but since I had to go through such lengths to get their attention, now I wanted my 50 euros back, a full refund on my entire purchase, and I wanted to keep the product. That was the only thing that would make this go away. She asked for a couple of hours to fix it and said, okay. About an hour later, I got another call from her again apologizing. She asked for my PayPal address where she sent me 50 euros. Then she refunded the whole purchase and she let us keep the product. Obviously, I thanked her for her help because at that stage, I was just happy it was over. But I'll be damned if I let anyone walk all over my family, even if they are a £58 million annual company. The most of the story here is, do not take bullcrap from anyone. I may be just one man, but my son's view of Santa is far more valuable to me than the opinion of some retail chain that doesn't care about its customers nor how it operates ethically. Wow. I mean, I admire you, dude, because spending so much money and effort for this, bravo! Thank you for listening. And I really hope that you subscribe to the channel and like the video. You can also watch this awesome video or that awesome playlist. See you next time.